ile wanakaa saa hii kama babake hii kijiji, mimi naweza kuambia, unaweza jua wakati msichana amependa kijana ambaye ameingia. Kuna tofauti. Mimi naona tofauti. Kwa sababu kukaa hivi unaona wamekaa tangu asubuhi na unaoni wakitoka toka wako na hamu ya kusikiza. And I want to tell you, we will support you not only to climb the mountain, hata ukishuka tutakuwa na wewe mpaka ufike pale unataka kwenda. Na wewe ukifika huko usitusahau, kwa sababu even through my colleagues who feel for Tharaka Nithi, because wale governors wengine wako hapa wameongea juu huko kwingine, we always feel very disadvantaged, kwa sababu hakuna projects ambayo huanzishwa na serikali most of the time ambayo inaenda serikali ingine kama imeisha, inakuanga nusu, inakuwa begging to for the next elections. We are praying that you be different, because the roads zile zafaa ku connect county ya Meru, Embu na hapa katikati, zile mingi sana unasikia Kanini Kega akiambiwa asiweke pesa, ziko nusu. That is why it becomes very difficult to convince the people of Tharaka Nithi. I even understand the voter apathy that is there at the moment. Unauliza tutapigia kura nini? But all is not lost. I would like to sincerely send you to His Excellency and say we are very thankful. One of the stadiums of mini stadium is now ready, which is Kirobia Stadium in Chuka. Tunamkaribisha akuja afungue, na ikiwezekana the next celebration that is going out of Nairobi iletwe hapa kwa Kirobia Stadium, so that people can know Jubilee government is working when you have the right partners. Kwa hiyo mengi ningependa nichukue nafasi hii, we be upstanding hata kama tuko na jaa na tumefurahi. Tumukaribishe His Excellency the Prime Minister Baba atuongeleshe.
Ameru Mogeni, Embu Muri. Asanteni sana. Nimeketi hapa. Asante. Waje tuaye na flight. Anasema the fifth. So now, in the interest of time, nataka kufupisha yale mimi nataka kusema. Nimeketi hapa nimesikiza yale yote ambayo amesema hapa. Sana sina hao wanasiasa ambao wametoka Nairobi, viongozi wenu ambao wameongea hapa chini, hao wametoka hapa Meru, Embu, Tharaka Nithi. Na mambo mengi ambayo wanasema ni mambo mimi vile vile mimi najua. Wameongea juu ya mambo ya kilimo. Na jana tulianza huko pale ya Nyambene, waliongea sana mambo ya miraa, mambo ya mifugo, mambo ya usalama. Pande hii sasa anaongea juu ya mambo ya ukulima zaidi, mambo ya majani chai, mambo ya kahawa, mambo ya maziwa, mambo ya mboga, mambo ya dengu, mambo ya pamba na kadhalika. Yale yote sisi tunajua, na tumeongea na Mheshimiwa Munya, huyo waziri wa kilimo, kwa kirefu sana. the reforms in the agricultural sector that can help our farmers, both small scale and large scale farmers. So we've got a very clear policy about those issues. And therefore I don't want to bore you repeating what we are going to do in agriculture, in the issues of Miraa. I said yesterday there, and this morning the Miraa which arrived in Mombasa were not taxed. And the chairman called Governor Joho and asked him to also talk to his counterpart in Kilifi and in Kwale to do the same. So, and we talked also about the cattle and cattle rustling between communities up there in Nyambene. And here in Tharaka, we know the issues in Tharaka. We know about the semi-arid areas down there. And we had already discussed these issues when we were in the Grand Coalition government. We are going to construct the Grand Falls of Mutonga and create a big irrigation scheme, the whole of that region, that would actually deal with issues of food production in that area and economic activities, and also control that water so that we avoid flooding down in Garissa, in Tana River, and so on. So again, I don't want to talk much about that. But let me get back now. I want to, in a few minutes, just to talk to you about why Azimio la Umoja. This is the area, this is the land of liberators, the freedom fighters, those who took up arms against the colonial government. And I've been saying that those people were not mad to come out and challenge the mighty colonial power, what was called the British Empire, the empire where the sun never sets, and go into the bush with just a frame of bicycles and makeshift guns against that huge army of the British. But walisema, kama mbaya ni mbaya, enough is enough. Because the humiliation that the African people were subjected to around at that time. Because to Mzungu, you are just a bloody African. They didn't care whether you are Kikuyu, you are Mjaluo, you are Mkamba, you are Mkale, and so on. We just taka, bloody Africans. So you had an apartheid system here in this country. That's what our children need to know. That's why I'm telling them about two types of revolution. The first was to bring independence. And those people were very brave. Here you're talking about in the land of General Mariama and Baimungi, the generals of Meru. You got other generals the other side, west. Akina Madenge, Akina Kang'ethe, Akina Kimathi, and so on. But these people were real Kenyan patriots who were prepared to pay the ultimate price so that Kenya could be free. So the struggle was a combination of the armed struggle and political agitation of our people. That's what brought independence to Kenya. But when they stood up, the British declared a state of emergency in this country. A state of emergency humiliated people like hell. In this region, there was what was called the Kikuru Meru Embu. And in those days, the radio used to announce to Kenyans that Kikuyu, Meru, and Embu are dangerous people, ni watu hatari. Ukiona mmoja akipita, piga report kwa polisi mara moja. See, we have heard it myself on the radio. those days of state of emergency. So they introduced then this pass. This is called Kikuyu Embu Meru Passbook. Identity registration number 1621. Name Simon Warorwa, son of Ngugi. Tribe Kikuyu. District Fort Hall. Location Gatanga. Chief Ndungu. Sublocation Ruegeda. Occupation clerk. Age 29 years. So now, inside there's a movement permit. And here you have to say movement from, to, via, valid between, and for the purpose of movement permit register entry number. This kind of thing. So if you did not have this, you were not allowed to travel, to move anywhere. And this is the kind of humiliation that we are coming from. And that is what eventually, because this is part of this land who had been grabbed by the British, going all the way down up to Eldoret, up to Kitale. It was called the White Highlands. And that is what actually moved the people to take up arms against the British. So therefore we hailed these people. And when the British moved in, they arrested very many people and they killed very many people. Very many people were killed in this area. And then they were taken, some of them were taken to detention camps in Hola and in Manyani. I have lived in Manyani camp where my mom were detained. They were taken there because it is in the middle of the Savo. So that if you escape, you will talk with the wild animals, the lions and the leopards inside the Savo. So, and they were tortured badly. Maroncha told you, Mr. Maroncha, he was there, he knows about all these things. That's why I asked him to talk here. The Maroncha, he didn't tell you that Jaramogi sent him to Bulgaria to study there later on with Mzee Nduga Kadambana of Runyenjes from this region. But then they were killing Mamaus there in Hola and how do you call it, in Manyani. Then Jaramogi, as the chairman of African Elected Members Association, chaired a meeting over him. There were 14 members. And they asked Tom Mboya, who was the secretary, to move a motion to discuss the condition of detention at that time. Kenyatta also and his team had written a letter because they were being detained in a place called Kitang in Lodwar. And they also written a letter to say that they are being held in inhuman conditions. And that letter appeared in the Times of London and the Guardian. So the governor issued a statement here saying there are no Maumau detainees in Kenya. There are no political detainees in Kenya. There are only criminals who have been tried and convicted. So that motion was moved by Tom Mboya. And when Jaramogi stood to speak, he said that in the heart of hearts of the African people, Jomo Kenyatta and all those who were detained with him were and are the true leaders. And their continued detention offends the conscience of our people. That is what started the struggle now for moving people to release of Kenyatta. But Jaramogi was disowned by 12 of the elected members. Only Masindi Muliro supported him when he moved that motion in Parliament. But that is now history lesson. What I'm trying to say is that this country is one. When Jaramogi came out, he was sent out of Parliament, and then Kiano said that those people are not our leaders. They were leaders at that time, but they were not elected by anybody. We are now the elected leaders, therefore we are now the leaders. Jaramogi challenged him to a meeting in Fort Hall, then Muranga, and he refused. But Muranga people spoke and supported Jaramogi, and many other people. Then the struggle started, Uhuru na Kenyatta. Wakaanza kusema Uhuru na Kenyatta. Jaramogi said it's not Uhuru na Kenyatta, it's Kenyatta na Uhuru. Because those people are saying we'll get independence, then we release Kenyatta. Jaramogi said, no, we release Kenyatta to lead us to independence. Then the governor called Jaramogi and offered him to be the prime minister. And Jaramogi refused and told him that Kenyatta is just here in Lodwar. Release him to come and lead us into independence. That brought then the unity of the people of Kenya. And people of Kenya started speaking with one voice from that time onwards. And now I'm saying that that unity is what brought independence. And those founding fathers of our nation had a vision, which you find in our national anthem. Lord, bless this land of ours. Justice be our shield and defender. May we dwell in unity, peace and liberty. Plenty be found within our borders. Unity first. So they said. And that unity is what we have not had up to now. And without unity, plenty cannot be found within our borders. And in the Bible, a land where plenty is found is called? Sura ila ndiye amesema. So that is the kind I'm talking about. But we must first be united. And that's why I came up with the idea of Azimio la Umoja. Let us unite, then we'll be able to achieve economic prosperity. We'll be able to lift this country from where it is to where we want it to be. Everything already is there. Your Vision 2030 aimed at lifting this country from a third world economy to a middle income status by the year 2030. But we must be united. You cannot go there as Dharakans, Meruans, Ambians, Kikuyus, Luos, Kambas, and so on. We will only get there if we go there as one Kenya, as Kenyans. And that's why I've come up with 5 U's. Utu, undugu, umoja, usawa, uzalishaji. And if I mention one, say inawezekana. Utu, inawezekana. Undugu, inawezekana. Umoja, inawezekana. Usawa, inawezekana. Uzalishaji, inawezekana. Uchumi bora, inawezekana. Uchumi bora, inawezekana. I said that we said put reggae on half time, but now we are telling Kenyans that let us get together and feel all right.
One love, one heart, let's get together and hear the children crying. One love, hear the children crying. One heart, saying give thanks and praise.
Tutulie tusitoke. Anything that is not written as agreed may be in dispute. And therefore tungependa tusikize resolutions za mkutano ya leo ambayo imeandikwa na tutasomewa na Dr. Kilemi Mweria. Let us sanitize tafadhali.
Sorry? Okay. Watu wa Mount Kenya hamjamboni. The fifth. Baba. Amesikia. Let me read the resolution of this gathering. We, the leaders drawn from the counties of Meru, Embu, Tharaka Nithi, have met on this 19th day of October 2021 in Chuka and agreed to unite our people on a political path that benefits our people and the Kenyan nation as a whole. We have deliberated on the unique problems facing our region, including lack of markets and low prices for agricultural produce, inadequate infrastructure marked by incomplete projects, insecurity, drought, rising poverty levels, boundary disputes, inadequate funds for development, and other unrelated programs including unemployment of youth, corruption, and tribalism. We recognize and accept our responsibility as leaders to unite our people behind the national dreams and negotiations in order to address these challenges. In order to effectively address challenges, we have resolved the following. Number one, that we residents of Mount Kenya East resolve to live peacefully with Kenyans of the other 44 counties in one prosperous country. Secondly, that this can only be possible if we support a presidential candidate who supports for a united and prosperous Kenya. Therefore, we have resolved to support the Right Honorable Raila Odinga as the next President of the Republic of Kenya. As I read the resolutions, if after I read, could you please say inawezekana? Au itawezekana? That would support the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga as the next President of the Republic of Kenya. That will support Raila Amolo Odinga because he has demonstrated to be a true patriot of Kenya. That this support is pegged on the commitment by the Right Honorable Raila Odinga to implement the principles of one man, one vote, one shilling, that our people believe will address the skewed resources allocation and development across the country. That we appreciate and support the working relationship between the Right Honorable Raila Odinga and His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta that has brought stability to the country, and we are keen to continue the path of stability and unity as a country. Thus, we unanimously support the agenda of shared prosperity and inclusivity being championed by the Right Honorable Raila Odinga through the Azimio la Umoja and the vision for a Kenyan nation founded on the principles of Utu, Umoja, Usawa, Uzalishaji, and Ustawi wa kwa wote. That this support for the Right Honorable Raila Odinga is also pegged on his past and present record of a commitment to strengthen devolution and bringing more resources to the counties. That related to this is his commitment for the economic revolution of this country, because only then will we have more resources for the counties and the nation. That the support is further pegged on his commitment to working with the leaders from this region with a view to ensuring that the region is fairly and equitably represented in senior ranks of government from 2022 and beyond. And we're saying equitably, because we don't want any more share than we deserve. That the offer of support is pegged on his stated plan to identify markets and raise prices for local agricultural produce, including miraa and tea. That this support is pegged on his commitment to lift our youth from poverty so they can live in dignity and not be misused by politicians and warlords as instruments to fight other Kenyans, because they cannot survive on their own. That we believe this is possible because Right Honorable Raila Odinga is a man we believe stands for what he says, and that he means what he says. Na akisema atafanya. We therefore adopt this on behalf of Meru, Embu and Tharaka Nithi counties on this 19th day of October 2021. As many of these opinions say aye, asanteni sana. Is this pledge unanimous, or do we need a proposal and a seconder? It's unanimous, isn't it? The fifth says we need a proposal and a seconder. Proposed by Lenny Kevuti and seconded by Boro Abori. Maneno kwisha, asanteni.
Anaomba tupate a lady to second, and then you put the question.
So what we'll do, we'll get a third person, and that will be a lady. No, it's because I've read. Okay. Tharaka Nithi. Your name? The name? It's done. So, a youth. We get a youth. A youth from Tharaka Nithi. Okay. And a lady, and a young lady.
The young lady.
You
Joe.
can say your name.
My name is Chris Kemanthi.
Chris Kemanthi from Meru. From Tharaka Nithi. That's why the Meru. Ellie Joy from Tharaka Nithi. Now, I think that's it, isn't it? We are in agreement. So we'll make this available to the press.
Put the question.
I put the question. As many of this opinion say aye, as many of not this opinion say nay, the ayes have it.
Niombe sote tusimame sasa kwa wimbo wa taifa itakaoashiria mwisho wa hafla ya siku ya leo. Ukiwa na kofia isiyo rasmi, naomba upate kuivua. Wimbo wa taifa.